Ouch, as soon as you regained consciousness, you tried to get up quickly, but suddenly your eyes went dark and you grabbed your head in a daze. Where am I? What happened to me? You look around. Ma'am, are you alright? Suddenly you heard woman's voice. Who are you and how did I come here? You started thinking. POV. I was leaving the club and going home, then suddenly what happened? Maybe someone covered me with a handkerchief from behind and I fainted. It means that someone kidnapped me. Suddenly a wave of fear touched you. Maybe I kidnapped by the same person who was staring at me in the club. Flashback. When you are going to the club with me today, are you interested in learning about the Mafia world? Yeah, I am so excited. You have fulfilled my wish. Since your childhood, you are interested in knowing about the life and activities of the rich and the Mafia. Who was your auntie's tenant? She worked in a big club. You both are good friends and you always asked her to take you to the club because only rich people could get their membership and you are a taxi driver. Since the death of your parents, you used to live with your auntie and she also treated you like her daughters. Where the Wong is gone. Wong sat you on a chair and went to her duty. Suddenly your eyes fell on a person. He was looking at you for a long time. I think he doesn't have another word. He is staring at me for a long time. You stood up with your glass and moved towards the counter. When you turned around, someone was talking to him. Maybe it will be his manager. Suddenly he was shocked after hearing the manager's word. But then he became normal and turned his eyes toward you again. Hey, what's wrong with you? Now your patience was exhausted. Excuse me, he said rudely. What's the problem? Have you never seen a girl? Are not you ashamed to act like this? Excuse me, what have I done? He said in a very cold tone that you went silent for a moment. Don't create any scene here, he said, looking around. You look decent from your dressing, but inside you are the owner of the same stupid thoughts as always. As soon as you raised your hand to push the hair back from your eyes in anger, the glass of the drink you held in your hand was overturned on me. What the fuck? He quickly walked towards you, but then he stopped thinking something. You better get out of here or else. There was an extreme danger in his tone. You got scared and got out of there quickly. I should not have overreacted so much. What if he was belonging to Mafia? After leaving the club, your anger subsided a bit. Then you started thinking, oh, I forgot about Wong. She must be looking for me there. You stopped while walking and took out your phone and dialed a number when someone put a handkerchief on your mouth from behind. Then you lost consciousness, and now when you opened your eyes, you found yourself in this room. It was a furnished, comfortable room. You quickly got up and went to the door and tried to open it, but it was locked from outside. Open the door. Why have you locked me? Let me go. You started banging the door loudly, but there was no response from outside. Maybe there was no one there. You kept trying to open the door for a long time, but to no avail. Finally, you got tired and sat on the bed. After a long time, you heard some voice outside. Got up quickly. You looked around the room to find something for your protection. And suddenly you saw a vase. You quickly picked it and stood hiding behind the door. Your heart was pounding in your ears. As soon as the door opened, someone entered and you attacked him without seeing. Guards, get this crazy girl out of here. The guard grabbed your hand and followed you. He was probably V's right hand man whom you attacked. Take him to the hospital quickly and tie her hands. I knew you are doing all of this in revenge, and by tying my hands, you will prove your cowardice even more. He shouted out loud. Close her mouth also. Don't open it until her stiffness is gone. V speaks to the guard and leaves with a venomous look at you. From night to morning, you were exhausted from worry and hunger. Finally, the sound of the door opening was heard. Ma'am, get up and have breakfast. You sat up quickly. There was a guard with the maid. When the maid removed the tape from your mouth, you took a long breath. I want to talk to your boss. That will also be done. First, you eat something. No, I will not eat anything until I know the purpose of kidnapping me like this. You are also strong in your stubbornness, even though you were dying of hunger. Maid looked helplessly at the guard. Then he called someone. The boss is coming soon. Guard walks out with maid. Say what you want to ask. After a while, we came there and sat on the couch smoking a cigarette. I don't understand why you have kidnapped me for such a small thing. That was not a small thing. You did very wrong that day. Well, what you were doing was right. Well, leave it now. The reason is not what you are thinking. You were suddenly shocked and looked at me with questioning eyes. What do you mean? What do you want? I don't care about you. Just give me the pen drive you have. You were shocked at V's words. Which pen drive? I don't have any pen drive. I am sure you have it, but I have realized that you will not gonna accept easily. We said, standing up. It is up to you to decide how long you will stay here. He moved towards the door to go out. You were still in a state of shock. That is why he was looking at me like that and I misunderstood. But what is the matter of pendrive? You lost in thoughts. Brian POV. A few days ago, when a man came and sat in my cab injured, he probably did not even know that he was so seriously injured that he fainted as soon as he sat in the car. He did not answer when I asked him for the direction. He was lying unconscious and blood was spread on the seat of the car. After taking him to the hospital, I gave the car for wash, and the next day the owner of the garage gave me that pen drive. So I went to the hospital to give it to him, but he was not there. I used to keep the pen drive with me so that I could give it to him if he was seen somewhere. But what is in this pen drive for which he has kidnapped me? Began the next day. Then what decision have you made whether to live here or not? His tone was quite dry. I said I don't have any pen drive, and even if I do, why should I give it to you? I will hand it over to its owner. You said without fear. He looked at you as if he already knew your answer. Look, don't make me angry. Give me that pen drive and then you are free. Okay, but first you tell me what is in it that you had to kidnap me for. No, I can't tell you. There is nothing you should know about it. Well, then I will not tell you until you tell me what is in this pen drive. Seeing your stubbornness, he stood up like he surrendered himself. Well, let me tell you, there are some secrets in this pen drive with which I can catch the killer of my parents. We were after George for a long time. Someone fired, and in the instant he got out of our hands. But how can I believe that you are telling the truth? On your words, we looked at you angrily. Well, then we have other ways too. What do you mean? Nothing. We know about everyone, where they live, and who they live with. What do you mean by that? I just want to say that you would like to know something about your aunt. Means aunt, no, don't do anything to her. Please, I will give you that pen drive. Just let me go from here. Knowing his intentions, you immediately panicked. Where is my bag? You looked around, but the bag was not there. We sent the guard to go and look in the car. Soon the guard brought the bag from the car. You snatched the bag from him and took out the pen drive and handed it to me. Now free me. We got up and started to leave. Then you come in front of him. On my side, you are free. You can roam around the whole house outside this room, but you can't go out now, and I can't tell you the reason for that now. He said his words and quickly left. No, it's cheating. You can't cheat me. You started to go behind him while shouting, but the guard stopped you. I will file a police complaint against you. Screaming and screaming, your throat was closed, but there was no one to answer you. You were here for a long time. You were tired of asking me to set you free, but he was not willing to do so. And now he often invited you to breakfast and dinner, but you always refused. That day also he called you to have breakfast. You wanted to forbid, but then thought something and left. I want to talk to you about something, you said quickly, seeing him get up. Yes, say quickly. You are not letting me go out, but I have to talk to Auntie. She will be very upset, and I also miss her a lot. We thought for a moment, then moved his mobile towards you. Call her, but don't try to be clever. We said while giving a warning. You quickly picked up the phone and came into the room. Hello, Aunt, how are you? You said quickly as soon as you received Auntie's call. Where are you and whose number is this? I can't talk much now. I will try to talk at night. Are you okay? That's all I wanted to know. You don't know what she said, but you cut the call and came out to give the phone to me. You are done. Now you are at peace. We was smiling inside. Maybe he is smiling at my helplessness. His smile made you burn from inside. No, she is not picking up the phone. She is busy. Maybe I will call at night. You have quickly prepared plan for the night so that he will give you the phone even at night. Okay, we said and left. What do he want? What is the purpose of keeping me here? You were staring at his back and thinking that when we suddenly turned and looked at you. You who were looking at him suddenly got confused. He gave a small chuckle and moved on. What I needed to look at him. I don't know what he must be thinking about me. You came to the room and tried to sleep on the bed, but thoughts were still coming. You noted that B's behavior is strange from some days. You often felt like he was talking to someone else, but his eyes were constantly wandering around you. What if he never let me go? No, I will never let that happen. But if he wants to include you in his life, Will you be able to refuse for a long time? A voice came from your heart. No, I will never do that. What am I thinking? Why am I thinking about him who has forcibly imprisoned me in his house like this? You said, suppressing the voice of your heart. Now I can't let you go away from me even for a moment. You don't know how much I love you. When you opened your eyes, you saw V was in the room. He was sitting on the couch, blowing cigarette smoke into the air. As soon as you woke up, he got up and came close to you. Holding your hand, he said, "When did you come? How did you come in?" You quickly released your hand. "I came when you were loudly calling someone and asking someone to leave you. And you know, when I came closer and heard it, you were calling me." He smiled again. Your heart beat suddenly. He probably knows that his smile is enough to steal any girl's heart. You said to yourself, and you sneaked a look at him but quickly looked away as he was completely focused on you. "Then look me," he said while coming closer to you and reached out and touched your cheeks lightly. You immediately backed away as if a current had touched you. "How dare you touch me? Get away from me!" You yelled and reached out to push him away, but your hand swung in the air and your eyes flew open. Oh God, what a dream it was! You woke up with your hand on your fast beating heart. No, before any kind of situation is created, I have to get out of here. I will try to get out of here tonight. You anxiously waited for the night. When we came home, you had dinner with him without any argument and acted in front of him for a while as if you had no objection to staying here. You were walking here and there in a very frank manner. "V, I need your phone. I need to talk to Auntie." Seeing V going toward his room, you quickly came towards him. "Okay, take this and after conversation send it to my room." "Okay, I will give it," you said, smiling in front of him, and he stopped for a moment as if he was surprised to see you smiling like that. Taking the phone, you quickly came to the room. As soon as she picked up the phone, you told her to tell Boom to take the car and be ready at the place you told. You will reach there as soon as you got the chance. "I won't return this phone to him now. I try to get out first." To yourself, "I want to go out, open the gate." You were talking in a completely normal manner so that no one would suspect. After listening to your words, the watchman was thinking about what to do. Those people who have been watching you walking around the house for a long time and watching the boss talking to you normally. But it's a little hard to believe. But we can't do that without boss permission. "What do you mean now you have become bigger than your boss?" "He trusts me so much that he have even given me his phone, and you are stopping me from going out." "Okay, then I will ask him." On your words, watchman was thinking about what to do because disturbing the boss at this time means inviting death itself. "Don't worry, I won't go far. You can keep an eye on me if you want." After hearing this, the watchman immediately opened the gate because there was no room for doubt. After leaving there, you started walking normally for a while. Then, seeing the opportunity, you quickly called Auntie. She said Moon has reached the place, so you also quickly walked towards it. Let's get out of here quickly before those people start looking for me. Don't worry, I will take you to a safe place. Whose house is this? This is my friend's house. He's out of the state today. So he gave me the key to his house because I often come and stay here. There was something special about Wong's behavior. Okay, as soon as you entered, you were shocked. You, in shock, you could not finish your speech. I will tell you everything. Now is not the time to tell her anything. Hurry up and take that pen drive from her, he said to Wong as if they knew each other very well. Okay, Vine, give me that pen drive you were talking about. Wong, I have to go to Auntie. I am feeling weird here. You don't know why you didn't tell him about pen drive? Go to them too, but give me the pen drive first. He took that from me. What? How could you give something like that to someone else? George shouts angrily. Look, don't lie to me. If you have got it, give it to me, or I will have to find another way. No, believe me, I was looking for you for days to give it to you, but he kidnapped me and took that pen drive from me. He had to give that pen drive himself to me. George's tone became dangerous. I have to go home. Let's go from here. Auntie will be waiting for us. You grabbed Boom's hand and tried to lift her up, but instead of standing, she started smiling. Sit down and shut up. You can't go anywhere from here. Boom, are you his partner? Not only Boom, there are many other people with me, he said in a meaningful tone. I don't care who is with you. I am leaving. About to move towards the door when Wong grabbed your hand and pulled you to sit on a chair, and George quickly tied a rope around you. How can you do all this with me, Wong? You are my friend. I had so much trust in you, you said in a very sad tone. This is your biggest mistake that you trust anyone. Let me tell you a secret. We also invited your aunt here so that you don't worry about her. Won't look at the door from where Aunt was entering and looked very happy and satisfied. Aunt, how did you come here? These are very dangerous people. You should leave here. Dangerous not for me but for you. You quickly give them that pen drive, then they will leave you. I promise you. I'm sure my son will never avoid my words. After saying her words, Auntie laughed a little as if she was making fun of you, and you were so surprised that you forgot to speak. Aren't you too with them? Due to shock, you could not even finish your words. Mom, we don't have time to tell her the details. Just confirm with her quickly that she has the pen drive or not. George gets up and walks over to you. Son, she will tell everything now. Auntie takes your face in her hands. I'm telling the truth. Taehyung took it from me and thank God I gave it to him. Otherwise, this ugly face of yours would never have appeared in front of me. I used to think of you as my mother, but you spat on Auntie's face. She went crazy. She slapped your face hard and started choking you. Then George pushed her away. You bloody, she spat on my face. I'll spoil her face and kill her like I did to her mother. You looked at Auntie in shock. That's enough. Go from here. Before she could spill another secret, George shooed her away. Call Tang. I am sure he will be out looking for her by now. Tell him that his life is with us. As soon as she dialed the number, the phone phone started ringing from the sofa. Oh, so you and Taehyung are trying to trap us. George rushes to the phone and turns it off. Take mom and get out of here quickly. He can come here anytime. No, I don't know anything. Please let me go. Don't shout. There is no one here who can help me, poor girl, he said, pulling out the gun. Don't even think like that, George. You can't even touch her, we said while entering the room. He was accompanied by guards. Oh, you are finally here again. Yes, because dirt like you is not clean swept easily. Oh, so you have finally revealed yourself. I was looking for you. Finally, you came by yourself. You can't catch me. Your mother also tried to catch me, but it didn't end well. You were getting confused hearing all this. You don't know what those people were talking about. Suddenly, you remembered that Auntie had also talked about killing your mom. What is all this? What are you talking about? This auntie told me that they killed my mom, you said while crying. You asked him when, after handing George over to the guard, we came near you. His undying hand stopped at once, seeing tears in your eyes. I'll tell you all that later. Let me deal with them first. We touched your cheeks very gently and made you confused. George, how did he come here? You are so stupid. I can't even imagine. Auntie said very angrily. She brought him here, whom you brought up and protected as your daughter for so many years, George replied while gritting his teeth.